Hello everybody, and welcome today to today's chess lesson. Today we will be explaining why you don't surrender when you're rated from 300 all the way to 1655. These games have been played over chess.com and LitChess because I can't seem to decide which platform I will be using, but I seem to be using chess.com more often. So our first player here, rated 369. I'm playing with the white pieces and e4. Starting out with e4, a very normal move. A Petrov defense, 3 knights game, very normal. Taking on e5, takes on the e4. I take back, which is a pretty bad strategic move considering he takes back. I try to win back the knight, he runs away, I chase, and now I go to target his queen, which is stupid considering that the bishop is undefended. He doesn't notice. Instead he seems to target my knight and my pawn with possible directions of going here. I don't even know where. And that's pretty much his only move now. So I decide to give a check. He blocks with his bishop, and I take, throwing it away, and he uses this chance to develop his knight a little bit to the d7 square. Now, I'm wondering, what do I do now? I push pawns because I'm rated 500. What else am I going to do? Takes my undefended bishop because why the hell not? I castles, and I retreat my knight, hoping to open attacking chances on his king, like so, while also targeting his queen. He notices. Oh my god. Moves his queen out of the way, and I move back because my knight is now undefended, so I'm scared. What I could have done is I could have moved my queen forward and protect my knight without having to undevelop and move backwards, because why would you move backwards? But I move backwards anyways. He moves backwards. I now target it, and he takes with my pawn. It hurt. I took back. He takes, and why did I do this? I guess I just didn't want to get background mated. He doubles up his bishop, and very threateningly looks to checkmate me. I actually notice and try to prevent it. In doing so, I've been hanging that pawn, and now I'm scared. I run my queen. What else am I going to do? In doing so, I hung my knight. He doesn't notice. I don't know why he thinks this pawn is important, but apparently it's important enough to forget about my knight. I ended up noticing my knight is hanging. I moved away. I target his queen, like that, not like that. And now I'm met with a difficult decision. Do I take his queen and lose mine, or do I do something else? I did something else. That was dumb, apparently. What should I have done? We're going forward in time. Best, obviously. The best was to take his bishop, which I should have done, actually. So, what do? I start to make an attack, like this, here, and maybe I don't know, I start attacking, I guess. What else am I going to do? It's chess, you attack. He takes my knight. I attack anyways. Don't know why bishop first, rook first was a good idea. Perhaps I should have brought this rook into the attack as well, onto the d1 square. What am I doing? And I could have brought in my queen like this, and then bring in more pieces but I decided rook would go first. He disconnects my queen, so I move back, and in doing so I prepare for this. He blocks and hangs with his queen. Not the best move. And he decides to run away. He could have taken instead. Could have taken that, because this defends all of this. So really, I didn't have a defense. He's up a knight and a bishop. Instead, he runs. I take. I don't know what that was, because I'm just going to start eating up all of his pieces. He should have taken. And really, going into this, I had no plan. We start the game with 10 minutes. 10 minutes each. I have a substantial time advantage. Probably wasn't the best idea to surrender here. But I understand. But I didn't have a plan. I had no idea what I was doing. I was coming up with it on the fly. Next game. Now this player is 680. 680. I'm 800. This player is 680 and I'm 800. I'm starting with the black pieces. Right, e4. I start with a Sicilian. I hope this is a Sicilian. Sicilian. What is this? What am I doing? Starting with e4, then c5. Bishop out to c4, and I'm using my knight to target his pawn. Maybe he's pre-moving, I don't know, but that's free. He puts his knight on a pretty strong spot. And I start rerouting my knight because I'm being stupid. I was afraid of a pawn push, which would have forced my knight back anyways. And pawn push, there it is, right there. So obviously I can't take from my pawn. So I targeted his knight. In doing so, it was a bad move, because my knight is missing. What even is this? I'm targeting this, I'm targeting that, but that's defended. That could have just taken, right? Then I would have had double that pawns. And this entire time, I've been afraid of this. Right? That's just checkmate. No? Like, oh no, I could run. No, I can't run, because that's defended. Like, what is this bozo doing? Look at this absolute dipstick. He's had this threat this entire time, especially here. Right? I've just lined up this whole attack for him, being an idiot. I was feeling suffocated. I was feeling scared. He could have been doing this and just checkmate me. Like, what is he playing at? Even here, I actually didn't even see this until I reviewed the game. I was thinking of this, which was targeting everything else. So I was just trying to get rid of that knight. And then he surrenders. Why would you surrender this? This is like, what? I was losing. I was losing pretty badly. Anyways, next game. This is on Lichess. This is against a much higher player because... What was I just looking at? This is on Lichess. This is against a much higher player because Lichess thought I would start at 1,500. My opponent is 1,650, and I was actually planning to play the potato, which, if you don't know, is out. Out and out. No? Yes. No, not this one. Not this knight, wrong knight. This knight. One of the knights are out. That's the potato. But I defaulted to e4 because I'm an e4 player. We get a mirror matchup. And he met a4 with a6. This is like just weird. Right, knight's out. Knight f3. Pawn to d6. Right, this is basically a mirror, except I have a knight here. He has a bishop targeting and pinning. Like, what even are we doing? Oh, like equal time, like just developing pieces. Like I'm trying to unpin this knight so that now it attacks the bishop, and he develops his bishop. All very normal, all very standard. Right, just developing pieces. I go to kick out. Oh shit! I go to kick out the bishop. It works. What should he have done? Bishop e6 to reroute and I guess attack somewhere else. I guess, but no, he went the wrong way. So I continue chasing. Right, obviously. He would have lost that trade. No one wants to make that trade. That would have been dumb. He runs. I chase. Apparently, the best idea was to push my pawn, apply pressure to the knight, and get that out of the way. Because otherwise it would move here, which is defended. Here, defended, moving backwards. Or over here. Which would have allowed me to move my knight elsewhere and get a discovery on him. So, perhaps not the best move. For him, I should have pushed my pawn. Instead, I moved my knight, chasing the bishop. He pushes out this pawn. I give up my knight for a pretty good knight so far. For a otherwise just running bishop. Takes back. I move up my queen. I don't know why. What was I doing? And he decides to run his knight away. I don't know why. I don't know where. What was he planning to do? Perhaps he was rerouting. He wanted to, try and get his knight in here. Well, not there, because that's... What was he even doing? Anyways. Next move, I castle, and I decide to strike. I open up the center a little bit and takes, more takes, and now he's targeting my queen. I decide to give a check. Apparently this was the safer square. Can't explain why, but I guess this is targetable. Like he could target with his pawn, but if I don't know. No. Takes. Normal. He runs his king, and I take his pawn. So far, about maybe halfway through the game, almost, just over. He has a whole minute on me, almost a whole minute. 40 seconds. I just took a pawn because what else? It was just there. I shouldn't have taken that pawn. He takes my knight. I take back because taken to the center. Now he's targeting my bishop. Apparently that was the wrong move to defend with, because that gives his queen control over the d-file. And he targets. I just take that pawn. It's free. Why not? Free pawn. Somehow he lost his whole time advantage, right? From here, when he was 40 seconds up, this move, and I'm just thinking in 2 seconds. What am I doing? I need to use my time. That took him 40 seconds. And I ran to the wrong spot. Perhaps I should have spent more time. He chases my queen. And I run to the wrong spot again, because I'm starting to get a little bit scared about this attack here. This attack with this rook. I wanted to keep my queen able to defend, even though my rook is already defending. So that was kind of useless. I could have just moved it there. Look at this advantage. He has a massive advantage over me. I'm basically lost. But my time advantage is there. At this rating, at 1600, apparently a time advantage is massive psychological pressure. Because that's apparently a mistake, but I'm scared. I'm worried. I'm worried of an attack like coming in, going in, and I'm not really going to be able to do much to defend it. Right? I don't have enough pieces covering these squares. So I run my king, which was not the right move. I should have moved this forwards, but I was worried that attacking the rook would induce that attack. It's coming anyways, so maybe I could have just attacked the rook, create a passed pawn, create a threat. But who knows? Apparently running my king was the wrong move. He's trying to bring his knight into the attack, attacking these pieces, blocking off some escape routes. Just 1600 things. Finally I do the move, but it's too late. The rook is coming. Now I don't know why he did this. Perhaps he wanted to target my pawn. Apparently pawns are incredibly valuable pieces right now. And I run my king. Not great. It was probably safe enough here because this square is protected by the queen. But I run my king anyways. I put it in check. I can't even take the rook. I wanted to take the rook, I guess, but I can't even take it now because now it's defended by the queen like a sniper. Spoilers. So now I block. There's nothing else I can really do. What else was I gonna do other than move it back? But pieces don't move backwards, only forwards. You can't undo what's already been done. He takes, obviously, because yeah, queen, take the queen. Duh. I take back. And now I somehow have a 3-minute time advantage over these few short moves. I went from being down 30 seconds, a minute at some point, 40 seconds. We go along watching and we can watch the time go down, and he's losing time. He's badly losing time, and I'm just doing moves in seconds. I should be thinking more, then I wouldn't be in this position at all. But here we are. I think less, but that makes them think more because, I don't know, they need their time. Right, 20 seconds on that knight move. Boom. 20 seconds. Lovely. 3 seconds to push a pawn. A minute! 6:27 to 5:04. He took a minute and 20 seconds to think of pushing that rook forward one square. Admittedly, his moves aren't inaccuracies and blunders, and mine are, but he's losing time. 20 seconds to see that check, and I block because I'm thinking, okay, I must be able to do something better than blocking with my queen, but 20 seconds, 2 minutes, 2 minutes to take with the queen. Oh my lord. He must have been calculating some amazing checkmate sequence where I run my king or something. Where I start just running or doing whatever. Maybe I didn't take, I don't know. I just take back with the pawn. And he surrendered. Two minutes. Wrong moves. 2 minutes. And he surrendered. Well, he abandoned the game. Maybe his Wi-Fi ran out. I don't know. Maybe he was using pay per minute. Some really old system where you need to actually pay for your data by the byte. But yeah, this is why. This is why you don't surrender in all of these ratings, right? This setting, all of these, just don't abandon your games, don't surrender. Otherwise, you are waiting to lose and I am waiting to win. We are not the same. Have a nice day.